right, so renegade rows or renegade man makers is one. It's a great exercise for a great workout. And they're usually, you can incorporate a push-up into them or you can incorporate some other movement. In this case, we're going to incorporate a thruster into them. What is a thruster? A thruster is basically taking a squat and a push press and combining them into one. All right, so I'll start with that, and then we'll do the renegade row, and we'll see how it comes together. It becomes one sort of fluid movement, kind of like a yoga flow, but it's a renegade flow, renegade row into a thruster. All right, so same thing, we have our light dumbbells. Don't want to go too heavy, especially with new movements. Remembering the push press, where we're just in oompa with our knees, and then we're driving them up, the dumbbells up with our legs. It's that leg drive, and then I just follow it out with a lockout. So it's not really a shoulder press, it's a push press. I mean, I got my legs into it, so oompa. This is it. A thruster is where I'm combining an air squat now with my dumbbells. Oh, it's like a goblet squat because I'm really up high, all right? Because I can't come down here. So as low as I can go, and now my oompa starts a lot lower. My oompa starts here. So I am driving my squat up and I am finishing at the top of my push press. All right, so I'm gonna put that together. Squat, pa, boom, pa. That's my thruster. So it's all leg drive. And I have to make sure that I keep that chest spread and that upright position, just as if I had a goblet squat, just as this over here. Now hopefully you're not doing that way because you will hit yourself probably in the chin. All right, so two. So that's the thruster part. Controlled movement, reset each time after the top. You don't have to go right into the squat. You can reset, breathe, elbows forward, not out. It's a new one. Elbows forward, squat, drive. All right? So that's the key thing. That's the hard thing, is we're not separating it into two. If we really get tired and have to, do what we do to get it going, but trying to make it a thruster. The renegade row starts on the ground. So renegade row, we have our dumbbells. You can think, some people add a push up into these. We're not doing that. All right? So, but I am in a push up position. You can start with your hands on the dumbbells or right next to them. It's up to you, or how steady they are. All right, so you are in a plank. All right, so you're in a plank. If you want to do this, like you might, if you modify your actual push-ups and you want to elevate your hands, do that. But the key, we still want to have our full body in one solid line, and this is preferred to being on our knees. Okay, so what are we doing here? So basically, I'm going to row each one into me. I'm going to look really cool G.I. Jane here. It's going to look like I'm doing a one-handed push-up. I'm not. So I'm going to face you a little bit. So I can do this with just one, but because I'm going to come up into a thruster, I want two dumbbells. All right, so I have my plank. I'm going to take one of my dumbbells, and I'm going to kind of like move my body so it's underneath me on the side, and I'm going to row it straight up, like I'm revving a lawnmower. All right, you can have your hand on the ground too. Vroom. That's it. Vroom. My elbow comes along the side of me. I'm not coming out here. I'm coming as close to my body as I can, and I'm keeping that plank. And then I need to come to the other one. Notice I do shift my weight, so this is sort of underneath me in the center. I'm pushing through this hand to make sure I'm really getting my body, and rev it on this side. Vroom. Vroom. And then what? I need to come into a thruster. Oh yeah. So in yoga, like when you come from downward dog into, they say, jump your feet forward. Jump your feet forward. And you come up, and you can either take your time and get used to it, or if you're really fancy, you can try to do it all in one movement. Where you come up, bring these as close to you as you can. Kucha. You don't have to do that though. As long as you get set, remember, like everything else, quality movement is the key. For the rows, you're just in a plank, doing it without any weight, to show I'm in a plank, I'm here, I'm just thinking row, rev the lawnmower, rev the lawnmower, rev the lawnmower. I want to try and not pike my butt as much as I can or sag it. Okay, so row, row. I do that by pushing through the ground, and I try to think about squeezing this, but when you get tired, other things might happen. Remember, you can elevate your hands to help maintain that solid plank-like position.